The movie opens with Reggie, the dog, ecstatic to be with his owner Doug. However, unbeknownst to Reggie, Doug despises him and doesn't want him. Doug's life is a mess. He's careless, jobless, and was only living with Reggie because his girlfriend, who has now left him, insisted on it. She wants to take. Reggie is taken along and thrown far away by Doug, intending to abandon him. But clever Reggie always finds his way back home, frustrating Doug. Determined to get rid of Reggie, Doug travels to distant places, each time hoping Reggie won't return. One day, they go to a very far city, where Reggie is confused and unaware of his location. Doug throws the ball, and while Reggie fetches it, Doug finally manages to leave him. Reggie spots the ball near a goal, but fails to grab it. Finding a nearby window, he crawls through and finally catches the ball, yet the return window seems distant. He searches persistently for another path until nightfall. Feeling defeated, he takes shelter under a house, lamenting his failure. Awakening to a car sound, Reggie resumes his quest to find Doug. Along the way, some mocking dogs fail to deter him, and he encounters more dogs, tells them he's lost and searching for Doug's house. They snatch his ball and taunt him. Suddenly, a shadow of a large dog appears, scaring the group. However, it's just a tiny dog, making them laugh. Called Shitbag, this little dog scares them away, feigning illness. Reggie learns of the trick, informing Shitbag about the stolen ball. Shitbag offers to get him a new one, then inquires if Reggie is lost, as they embark on the journey together. But Reggie tells him he was playing with his friend and was supposed to return the ball to him. Shitbag sits and laughs at his naivety, explaining that his owner has abandoned him and doesn't want to live with him anymore. After that, Shitbag starts teaching him how to survive on the streets, informing him that he is now alone and can do whatever he wants. Shitbag takes him to a park, and they see dogs enjoying themselves with their owners. Shitbag and Reggie enter the park, where Shitbag introduces him to his friends. We meet the dog Hunter, who seems very cowardly, and Shitbag mocks him. He also introduces him to the dog Maggie, and we see her owner Gina, who has another dog named Bella, whom she loves more than Maggie. Shitbag suggests they run away and become strays like them, but Reggie replies, saying he's not a stray and can find his way back home. Shitbag invites them to hang out together, and they agree. Shitbag informs them they'll meet at the pizza place at sunset, and at night they gather at the restaurant and see a woman dropping her pizza. The group invades a place, eats pizza, then walks away drinking from garbage cans, having fun. Later, they meet a dog named Chester and persuade him to join them. Chester mentions he's guarding the house and can't leave. They keep motivating him, but Chester's collar zaps him when he tries to leave, and he falls. They mistakenly think a magical picture electrocuted him, so Reggie bravely steps through the picture unharmed, shining as a hero. They converse with Chester about finding his owner Doug, and while trying to assure him Doug wouldn't leave him, Reggie learns Doug has actually left him, which deeply saddens Reggie. He recalls when Dog used to yell at him. Despite Maggie scolding him, he insists that he must go back to Dog. They're shocked, but he tells them he plans not to return the ball this time and seeks revenge. Other dogs join him in this plan to help. The next day, they search for Dog together. At night, tired, Maggie smells food. They search for food source and find an amusement park. Inside, James meets a girl. His dog Gus watches, realizing James likes her. Reggie asks Gus for food suggestions, but gets ignored, leading him to insult Gus and leave. They spot a food truck, deciding to steal from it, while Maggie sits with Hunter. She sees the games and she misses the games that Gina used to bring her, but she's upset with Gina because she's treating Bella better than her. Maggie blames herself and tells Hunter that she's not beautiful or does tricks like Bella, that's why Gina doesn't love her. But Hunter tells her she's beautiful and the nicest dog he's ever met. It's clear Hunter really likes her. At that moment, Sheepdog and Reggie arrive with food, but Hunter is scared when he finds out that they stole from a human. Suddenly, there are fireworks in the sky, and they get scared thinking the humans are attacking them. They run away, with Maggie and Hunter jumping over the amusement park fence. But Sheepdog and Reggie, being small, can't jump over and go to dig under the fence, and Sheepdog manages to get out. Reggie gets tangled in the wires and panics at the fireworks. He urges his friends to leave him and save themselves, even asking them to avenge him against Doug. Sheepdog refuses and helps to free him. Meanwhile, Maggie sees teens with fireworks and assumes harm. Sheepdog saves Reggie, and they escape together. Grateful, Reggie thanks them for risking their lives, and Sheepdog says they're like family. They rest and walk in the forest the next day as Sheepdog chats with Hunter. Hunter is nervous about telling Maggie he loves her, fearing rejection. Sheepdog jokes it's like dating a blundering police dog with a cone. Maggie, talking to Reggie, discovers he plans revenge on Doug and urges him to reconsider, but Reggie insists on revenge. Sheepdog wants Hunter to remove his cone, but Hunter opts to keep it as protection. They stumble onto an open space, feeling lost. Sheepdog worries about hunger, but Hunter reassures him. Suddenly, an eagle sweeps down, seizing Sheepdog, leaving them all in deep concern. They chase the eagle, and Reggie tries to catch it, but he fails. He tries again, jumps onto a rock, and manages to grab it, but then the eagle flies off with both of them. Meanwhile, we see Dennis in the forest observing birds. He sees the eagle flying with the dogs and spots Reggie's mountain, realizing it's in his city. Suddenly they crash into a tree and keep falling through the branches until they reach the ground. Reggie tells them they're going in the right direction and thanks Chip Bug for saving his life. They continue on their way, very hungry, searching for food, and Reggie calls out to them with some mushrooms before him, which they don't recognize. They taste the mushroom, finding it delicious, unaware it's poisonous. Afterward, they feel sluggish and begin hallucinating. Each imagines what they cherish. Maggie sees her toys and tears them apart. Losing consciousness, they awaken to white fur, mistaking it for toy stuffing, only to realize it's rabbit fur, torn and scattered everywhere. Terrified, Hunter attempts to collect the rabbits, while Chetbag digs to dispose of evidence, burying the rabbits and offering prayers. At this moment, police dogs arrive, exposing the crime. A dog barks, instilling fear in them. Chetbag insists the rabbits weren't killed deliberately, blaming an accident, but the dog reveals they're searching for a missing scout named Riley, age 8. Maggie suggests joining the search, touting her keen sense of smell, but the dog derides her and dismisses her offer. Upset, Hunter asks the dog not to speak to her disrespectfully. Maggie calms him, calling out to Hunter, and it's revealed they recognize each other. They converse, and dog Rolf mentions learning everything from Hunter. Reggie learns they're heading to the mountain, and Rolf offers to guide them. They soon encounter police cars, and an officer tries to lure Reggie with food, but it's a trap. The dogs are caught and driven away, much to Hunter's dismay, feeling betrayed by a lifelong friend. In the detention room, other dogs mock them. Shitbag feels downcast, and Hunter reassures him, saying the police will take them home. Shitbag is distressed, fearing his future since he has no home. He shares about his friend Ama, recalling his happiness with her, her laughter, the odd outfits she dressed him in, and how they got chocolates together. She comforted him, making him feel loved until a slip led to biting her leg accidentally. Afterward, they took him to the hospital for aggression treatment, but he escaped. Since then, he's been on the streets, lonely and regretful, wishing to find her again. Shitbag decides they should escape and retaliate against their owners. They notice the keys on the wall and think of a plan. Reggie suggests attacking the guard to escape when he arrives. However, the other dogs have lost hope, having failed many times before. Reggie encourages them, showing how enjoyable freedom is. Reggie knows how to find supportive friends who care for him. The dogs trust him and decide to flee together. The keeper shows up to clean the dogs, yelling at them. He slips, falls, and they escape. Reggie grabs a ball and joins the escape. At night, they're happy about their freedom. They notice the ball with Reggie, who admits his love for tennis balls. Shitbag, suspicious, challenges him to throw it, but Reggie insists Doug loves tennis balls too. This shows Reggie still loves and misses Doug, throwing the ball to symbolize that. Doug gets separated from the group because he messed up and ate Reggie's shoe. Reggie, waking early every day, says his goal is to find his owner, promising to be a good dog. Even Shitbag finds this annoying since Doug doesn't like him. Reggie defends, saying not everyone mistreats their dogs. Shitbag gets mad and argues with him, and the child cuts off the collar Doug gave Shitbag. Reggie, upset, takes the ball and leaves. The next day, Reggie reaches his city while Shitbag and the others head home. Maggie pleads with Shitbag not to abandon their owner. Annoyed, Shitbag goes into the forest, where he gets scared by a noise. He finds Riley crying alone, feels sorry, comes back to comfort her, realizing she's the missing scout girl. Overjoyed to find her, he calls for help. Hunter and Maggie hear and rush to assist. As they call for help, Rolf hears them in the forest. When he arrives, he thanks them for helping find Riley and offers assistance if needed. Sheetback asks Rolf to help his friend Reggie. Meanwhile, Reggie stops at a restaurant, sees a statue, and speaks to it as if it's dog, apologizing and taking the jar before continuing. Sheetback asks Rolf to locate Reggie, but Rolf needs to smell Reggie first. Maggie remembers Reggie's collar and retrieves it. When they return, Rolf struggles to find Reggie. Maggie then smells the collar and locates him. Reggie, having reached Dog's house, is shocked not to find Dog there. He digs a hole, buries the jar, and heads home, where he sees Dog in front of him. Moving towards Dog, Reggie continues talking to him. Doug is shocked to see Reggie and seems unfazed by his presence. Reggie tells him he's found new friends and realizes what true love is. He accuses Doug of being a neglectful loser, insults him, and walks away. Doug locks the door, grabs a stick, aiming to kill Reggie. Hunter breaks in. Doug mocks him with the cone, leading Hunter to attack. Sheetbug apologizes to Reggie. Doug manages to push Hunter away. Maggie grabs his leg. Doug accidentally hits himself. Doug tries to hit Sheetbug, who dodges, causing Doug to wreck the house. Doug sees Reggie, tries to attack, but slips and falls. As Doug grabs Reggie, the dogs realize Reggie's presence has wreaked havoc on Doug's life. As he is about to kill Reggie, the dogs plan together, and Sheetbug climbs onto Maggie's back with Hunter. Amid the chaos, Reggie bites Doug, while Dougie suffers quietly. Then, the house catches fire and is destroyed, prompting their swift escape. Hunter resumes his job at the nursing home, shedding the protective suit. He confesses love to Maggie, and they find happiness together. Maggie joins the scout troop with Officer Rena. Shep finds joy with Riley, who adopts him. Reggie chooses a stray life, sharing freedom and self-reliance lessons with the dogs. He visits his friend Shep for playful moments. Reggie realizes kindness exists, with good people who offer love and respect. Thus, our movie ends. Thanks for watching. See you in the next recap.